Hey Girl Scouts, it's me, Michaela Lindberg. I am a Girl Scout alumni as well as a professional figure skater, and today I was asked to put together a little workout that you can do anywhere. You can go outside if it's nice, you can stay inside and work with minimal space. It doesn't require any kind of equipment at all, just you and a good attitude, some good tunes, and some body movement. So let's get started. Let's start this workout with good old-fashioned jogging in place. I normally do it for about 1 minute to 2 minutes, but for right now, let's do about 40 seconds. Ready? Let's go. If you want to add a little difficulty to this, go ahead and do some bottom kicks while you're running. A few more seconds. All right, we'll take a little break for a few seconds here to catch our breath. Whew. All right, now let's head on to doing some good old jumping jacks. Do it about 40 seconds. Few more seconds. All right, give yourself a little break. Get some water if you need to. Always stay hydrated. You're hanging on with me. Grab some water if you need to. Always between exercises, take a few seconds to catch your breath. This next one's kind of difficult. It's called high knees. It's a lot like jogging in place, but this time you're going to try to hit your knee to your hand every time. So hold your hands out to the front. If it's a little too hard for you, you can always lower your hands a bit, but I normally like to keep mine pretty straight out in the front. And all you're going to do is lift your knee to your hand, but try to do it as fast as you can for about 40 seconds. Let's go. Make sure you're getting all the way up there. Almost there. Couple more. Whew. That's a good one. Last part of the warm-up here is actually a little easier. It's just going to be side reaches. So you're going to go side and side. And really reach. Normally do about 10 each side. Couple more. And if I'm feeling a little stiff, I even go this way. And there you go, that's one warm-out done. Okay, next we're gonna work my favorite part of the body to work, which is the legs. It's very important for me as a skater to have really, really strong legs, and just really important in general to work them out once in a while. So we're gonna start with some squats. Legs are gonna be about a shoulder width apart. You're gonna bend down as low as you can go, keeping your back up straight. Make sure that your knees go over your toes, and then you're gonna come up, and you'll just repeat it. I normally do about 2 sets of 20, but for right now, let's just do 20 total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's a view from the side so you can see my knees going over my toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Good job, guys. That's kind of a difficult one. Next, we're going to do lunges. So to lunges, you go from standing on both feet. You're going to pick whatever leg you want to start with. I start with right. You're going to step forward on that foot. Again, the knee is going to go over the toe, and you're going to bend down. Now that bottom leg doesn't touch the floor. You have to keep it floating. Then you come back. And that's a lunge. So let's do about 20, so 10 on each side, okay? Make sure you're stepping out wide enough for that knee to go over your toe. Couple more, 9 and 10. All right, we'll switch to the other side and I'll show you sideways view so you can see it a little easier. Ready? Almost there. Nine. One more. Whew. Good job. Those can get kind of tough sometimes. This one is called a side kick. You're going to alternate, which means changing sides. So what you're going to do is find something to balance on. I have this cute little bedpost here. Some people use chairs. You can use a couch. Or if you have really good balance, you can just balance by yourself and do it. But what you're going to do is kind of bend the leg you're going to stand on. So I'm going to use my right. Stick the leg you're going to kick out to the side. And then all you do is bring it out. And then tap it down, bring it out, tap it down. And we're going to do this 10 each side, or 20 each side if you want to challenge yourself. Make sure you stay really strong with your shoulders. Couple more. Good. Now we'll switch to the other side. Again, you can use a wall if you need to. I'll show you what I mean by holding on to something. Put your hand here. Again, bend the leg that you're going to stand on and get the one that you're kicking out to the side. It's a little easier when you hold on to something. Try to stay balanced and controlled. And kick it as high as you can, but controlled. Let's do a couple more. Good, that should be working your outer thighs. All right, next we're gonna do a back kick. So what you're gonna do is hold on to something again, or balance by yourself. Bend the knee that you're gonna stand on, just slightly. Square your shoulders, find that balance, and you're going to kick your leg back. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to bend, balance, kick back. Make sure that foot stays pointing to the ground. There we go. And I normally do about 20 each side, but we'll do 10. More. Good, now let's do the other side and I'll show you side view. Bending strong, making sure I'm not going to kick anything behind me. Squared shoulders, and kick and tap. Or hold on to something if you need to. Couple more. All right, and that's just a little mini mini leg circuit for you guys. Okay, the next part of the leg we're going to work is called the calf. It's this muscle right down here. And all we're going to do is put our feet a little bit less than our shoulders apart. Stand up nice and tall. You can put your arms down here if you're a ballerina, or out to the side if you need balance. And you're just going to raise up to your toes and come down. Toes, come down. And go as high as you can, but stay nice and controlled. Don't go wild. You need to be able to come down slowly. Up, down. Let's do about 10 of these. Show you from the side here. Couple more. And if you need more of a challenge, like I said, you can always double up these numbers that you're doing. I normally do about 20. Alright, nicely done. Now this next thing is kind of a mix of the warm-up stuff where we got our blood pumping and still working our leg muscles. It might be a little challenging to some of you guys if you haven't really done them before, so just do them safely. So what you're going to do is that squat that I showed you a little while ago, where you put your feet shoulder width apart, and you bend slowly and casually over the toes, nice and calm. But this time when we're coming up, we're going to actually pop up and jump. So it's going to look like this. You're going to go down and jump up, then come back down. Always land with your bended knees going over your toes, and your chest should stay up. Don't collapse forward. So you're going to jump and down. Now you can do as many of these as you can manage. Again, I like to do 20, but let's just do 10 together, okay? Ready? Couple more. Oh, good job. Those are really tricky. Okay guys, after a quick break after all that workout from the legs, let's move on to the arms. We're going to start easy. We're just going to do arm circles. So let's do 10 one way. Nice little circles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now reverse that and go the other way. 10. Nice and controlled. Let's do 10 more this way. And 10 more the other way, one more time. Good, gotta get those moving and pumping here. Alright, so now I'm gonna do another kind of tricky exercise that I enjoy doing. And I'll show you how to modify it if it's too hard. But what you're gonna do is get down onto the floor in what's called a plank, which means like this. There we go, now you can see me. So your arms are about shoulder width apart, feet are out. Try not to raise your butt too high or drop it too low. And all you're gonna do from the up position is bring one arm up and tap your shoulder. Bring the other arm up and tap the shoulder. Try to do as many as you can. Shoot for 10. Now, this is actually kind of an advanced workout. It's a little too difficult for you to hold that plank like that. You can actually do it a little easier. You'll do this different kind of plank. You put your arm just like this again, shoulder length apart. But you can go onto your knees, and then you just tap. Tap and tap. And like I said, you do as many as you're comfortable with in whichever way you feel comfortable. Here's a view from the front, on your knees, tapping to the shoulder. Nice and controlled, no hopping. Good. Now that one's tricky, so work towards it. Alright, this next one is kind of fun. So you're going to get into what I call the crab position. You know, like when you're playing around and with your friends in gym class and you're walking around like this. That's the crab. So you have your feet planted on the floor. Your hands are going to be planted right behind you. And your butt can be on the ground for right now. Alright? So what we're actually going to do though to work our arms from this position is lift up our booties a little bit off the ground. Then we're going to bend our elbows back till it touches the ground and then come back up. It's called a tricep dip. Just like this. Just a little down and up. Try to do 10 or as many as you're comfortable with. They're kind of tricky. Couple more. Good job. If you want to add a little extra difficulty, go ahead and walk around like this for a little while too. It's a really good workout. Okay, this next thing is going to work kind of our side arms here and our shoulders. It's a little tricky again, but I'll show you how to make it easier if you need to. It's called a side plank. So you're going to get down onto the ground, and you can put your arm out again, put your shoulder over that arm, push up, and hold yourself with just that arm. And I like to look up at the ceiling for a little added stretch. Make sure these hips are staying up. And you hold it for 40 seconds or as long as you can. Now the way to modify this, make it a little easier if that's kind of tricky for you, it's actually going to be going onto your forearm instead of all the way up. You're going to come down here. The legs still go out to the side. And you lift up those hips and again, just hold. It's a little easier because it's less distance. Make sure those hips stay up, don't let them drop down, keep them up. Alright, let's do the other side. Might be a little easier for you to see this one. Alright, so you're going to put the arm down, shoulder's going to go over, use your legs, and hold. And then the modified version, onto the forearm. Legs are still going to be outside, you're balancing on your feet, and hold. Alright, good job guys. Alright, hope you guys are hanging in there with me so far. I know some of it's kind of tricky, but like I said, you do what you're comfortable with, as many as you're comfortable with, and work towards it. It's a good goal. And always stay hydrated. So plan some water breaks in, I always do. Alright, we're moving on to the next thing. It's called Superman. So what you're going to do is get down on the ground, belly down. Feet are going to be straight out behind you, arms straight in front of you. And all you're going to do is lift up. Your arms and your legs, and come down. Lift up, and come down. Do about 10 of these. Really going to squeeze that bottom and those shoulders here to help lift your body up. And down. A couple more. This is really good for your back. Now if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can change it from a Superman to a swimmer. And it is what it sounds. You're going to actually swim in the air with your legs and your arms up. So it's just like Superman where you lift, then you start kicking and pulling. And you just keep doing that for as long as you really feel comfortable. Couple more seconds. Alright, good job guys. Moving on. Alright, the last thing we're going to do to round out the arm portion of this workout is honestly what I feel to be the hardest. Just good old push-ups. I can do about 20 in a row and then I need a break. Then I can do some more. But let's start off with just 5 to 10. You do what you can. Don't push yourselves too hard, but always make sure you're doing it the right way. So of course, traditional push-ups, your arms, your hands I should say, are just beyond your shoulders. Not super far out, pretty much right underneath them. And you go up like this, into almost the plank position I told you earlier with your feet out. And you're going to lower and come up. Lower, come up. Now, if this is too tricky for you, which trust me, it was for me for a long time, there's an easier way of doing it. You still do the same thing with your arms, but this time, you kind of cross your legs and put your knees out instead, and then you continue. Always keep breathing through all these exercises, guys. Don't hold your breath. Alright, that makes it through the arm portion of that. Did you guys feel your guns going? Alright, so we've worked our whole body, our legs, our arms. Now it's time for the tummy portion. Let's work on some abs. So I like to get on the floor to do most abs, but our first exercise is actually working our arms and our abs together. It's called mountain climbers. So what you're going to do is get down in that plank position I've showed you a few times. Arms out, legs straight apart or straight across. And all you're going to do is bring in your legs one at a time towards your chin. And you can do them slow like I'm doing right now, or you can race it. Try to do this for 20 seconds. Keep that tummy tight. Whew, good job. That's a tough one. Gotta tie my shoe first. Okay, the next ab exercise that we're going to do is called leg lowers. So you're going to get on the ground, on your back, like so. Legs are going to go straight up to the ceiling. You can point your toes. And all you're going to do is slowly lower them to the ground and bring them back up towards you. Ready? Lower to the ground and come back up. Now, it makes it even harder if you don't touch the ground at all. So lower them all the way down as low as you feel like you can go and bring them back. Let's do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more. Awesome job. And again, you can do as little, like 5 of these. If they're too hard for you, you can do 10, you can do 20. It's just as ever much as you want. You push yourself as hard as you want to. Alright, next we're going to be on the floor again. We're going to hold a forearm plank. So that means you're going to be on this part of your arm here, down on the ground. Like this, legs out straight. And then you're not going to try to keep your butt from being up here. Use your tummy muscles and hold for 20 seconds, or as long as you can. Try not to move anything and just find stillness. And keep breathing. Couple more seconds. Alright. Good job. You can do a couple of those, or you can hold them longer. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do, whatever you're most comfortable with. Okay. Let's see here. Next we're going to do toe reaches. I like these because I get to lay down again. Go back, on your back, and your butt. Again, all the way down, legs all the way up to the ceiling. And this time all you're going to do is use your hands and your abs to reach for your toes. So you go all the way up. Like that. And I'll go sideways so you can see it a little better. Reach. And really pull and reach. Try to do 10 of these, guys. If you can do more, go for it. Alright. My core is on fire. How about yours? Alright, this next one is going to be good old crunches. So we're going to go down on the floor again. So we're down on the floor. And you're back on your back. Put your hands behind your head. Feet are flat on the floor here. And you're gonna take a deep breath and breathe out and then roll up. Good, let's do it 10 times. Almost there. Good job, those really get you fired up. All right, you guys, we're almost there. I know your abs are probably on fire like mine, but we have one more move to do. It's called bicycles. I'm sure you probably know what it is. Again, we're gonna go back like we did with the crunch. Feet flat on the floor, back to the ground, hands behind the head. But this time, you're gonna raise up a little bit, and you're gonna actually bring your foot to your knee on both sides. Extend your legs out for extra difficulty, but if it's too hard, then you can just bring them in like this. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. If you want to do more, go ahead. I normally do at least 20 a couple of times. I really like doing them. The big key is making sure that your elbow gets all the way to your knee, so you're not cheating them. But that's it. That's all the abs we have. And now it's time for some good old stretching. All right, ladies, you guys have done wonderfully so far. I hope you're still here with me and not sweating too much. Drink lots of water. But we're gonna finish off with some nice, quiet, calm stretching. So first, we're gonna reach up to the sky all the way and roll down to the ground and just hold and hang there for a few seconds. Really just let yourself go loose here. And we're gonna roll up, and again, reach up to the sky and let yourself roll down. Hold, hold, hold. If you really want a good stretch, you can wrap your hands behind your calves and pull a little bit to pull your upper body into your legs. Let's do it one more time. Up and roll down. And stretch and hold, hold, hold. Alright, I don't know about you guys, but that felt really good. Okay, now we're going to do some side reaches, a little like the ones we did to warm up, but this time much slower. So you're going to put your hand on your hip, kind of spread your legs out so you have a nice pivot, and reach over to the side, and hold. Feel that good stretch right here in those abs we just burned. And you can roll it to the front, down, over, and up. Next, other side. Hold, hold, hold. Let it go down, over, and up. Let's do it one more time. Really reach up when you go over. Down, over, and up. And again, reaching over, down, over, and up. Oh, it always feels so good after a good workout. Next, we're just going to reach our toes in general. So you're going to let yourself fold forward. And just reach forward and hold. I like to put my hands flat on the floor if I can. It's a good stretch in the back of your legs here. And hold it and deep breathe for a few seconds here. Again, you can put your hands on your calves and pull your upper body closer. And just hang. And slowly and softly roll up. Next, I would like to roll out our neck here. So go to the side, hold, and roll down forward into the other side. Hold, you can go to the back if you want. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Alright, that's kind of the upper body. Alright, next we're going to go into a stretch that anyone who does yoga knows. It's called a downward dog. So from standing, I would kind of bend my knees first. Reach my hands to the ground, and I'd either walk my legs back or walk my arms out, but for the sake of you being able to see, I'll try to do a little bit of both here. Now just go as far out as you're comfortable. The goal is to have your heels of your feet flat on the ground still, and your arms and your shoulders straight. And you're just going to hold it for a few minutes here. Take some deep breaths. Really feel your body lengthening into the ground, like through your feet. Couple more seconds here. And from here, bring your knees down. And from that, get onto your belly, straighten your legs out, and push up with your arms into cobra. This really stretches your back out. Try to keep your shoulders down and lift your chin. Now be careful with this one, don't push yourself too far. If you can only go here, that's fine. Just be safe. And hold. Deep breathing. And from there, we're going to push back into child's pose. Your arms are just going to go relaxed, and you're going to be a little tiny ball. And hold, and hold, and hold. All right, for those of you who don't have the splits, that's basically what I would do just to stretch out after workout. But if you can do the splits, keep on watching. So I'm going to go into a straddle, I guess I would call it. Maybe it's called a runner stretch, I'm not quite sure. Put one leg out straight in front of me, and I reach towards the toe. And I hold. Just keep holding until you feel comfortable. And then I'll go forward into, this is the runner stretch. So you bend your knee forward, you're still on your other knee. And again, I like to go forward onto my leg. And hold. Really nice, loosen up. And you can go back and forth slowly if you'd like to, like this. Really opens up your hips. And then if you can split, push forward or push backward right into it, and hold. Now remember, whatever stretching, do not move very quickly. Don't be jumpy, don't be bouncy. Just go nice and slow. And go forward if you want to. You go backward and lean back if you want to. And carefully gather up from that. Now we're going to do the other side. So again, stick that side forward. And stretch forward. And then bend the front leg in and go forward like that, leaning forward over the body. And pull back forward if you need to. I'm a little stiff today. And slide down into the splits. If you can't go all the way down, you can use your arms to keep you up. That's totally fine. Just go as far as you're comfortable and don't push it. And go back. Awesome. And now we can go into a straddle, which means legs out to the side. And you go again as far as you're comfortable, pushing forward. If you can go into the middle splits, more power to you. And reach forward and hold. And then go side. And other side. And hold. I like to kind of wiggle between them all slowly. And push farther forward if you can. And hold. Alright, and last but not least for these, legs straight out in front. Lift all the way up through your body, through your chin, and go forward. Whew. That was a lot for today. Alright girls, I hope you enjoyed this workout with me. And like I said, if you want to do a little bit more, you can repeat the video, or you can do more repetitions of each exercise I've showed you. Always be safe, have parental supervision, or ask questions if something doesn't feel quite right. If you need to email me, I'm all for answering any questions you guys may have about it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and always be kind to yourself, guys. See you later.